Okay, so today we're going to jump into a really striking passage. Matthew 8, the story of Jesus and the leper.
Yeah, it's short, but wow, it packs a punch.
Yeah.
We've looked at quite a bit of commentary on this one.
And our goal really is to pull out the pretty radical social and maybe even spiritual implications of what Jesus does here, the single act.
Absolutely. And to really get it, you kind of have to picture the scene first, the leper's situation.
Yeah.
I mean, under Levitical law, having leprosy, it wasn't just a disease.
Right, it made you unclean.
Exactly, unclean,
Oh.
which meant total isolation. You couldn't go to temple, couldn't live in the community. You were basically erased socially, spiritually, physically, total quarantine.
Just completely outside of everything. And yet this man approaches Jesus, and the way he does it, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. There's such humility there, but also like this incredible hope.
He knows the rules say stay away, but he's appealing to something or someone higher. And Jesus' response, that's the core of it all, isn't it?
It really is. He doesn't just shout a healing word from across the street.
No. He reaches out his hand and he touches the man, then says, I am willing, be cleansed. And instantly, the text says, the leprosy was gone.
Okay, wait. The touch. That's huge, because normally touching the unclean makes you unclean, right? That's the whole point of the law.
Precisely. And that's the commentary's big insight here. The normal flow of contagion, it's reversed. Jesus' holiness, his divine power, it's contagious in a healing way.
So his cleanness kind of overwrites the uncleanness. It doesn't get contaminated, it transforms.
You got it. That touch just shatters the whole system of separation built around clean and unclean. It shows his authority goes way beyond those rules.
So this isn't just like a nice act of charity. The sources are framing it as something much bigger, like justice. Justice through restoration.
Yes, exactly that. Restoration. Yeah. It wasn't just about healing skin. Jesus was restoring the man's entire life. His identity, his right to belong in the community, his standing before God, his sacred worth.
Wow.
It's a signal that God's kingdom is about bringing back those people society has just written off.
So it's like addressing the system that excluded him in the first place, not just the physical problem.
Absolutely. Which might be why Jesus gives him that very specific instruction next.
Right. He says, see that you tell no one, which is interesting. But go, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift Moses commanded.
As a testimony to them. He makes the official system, the priests, confront the evidence. They have to acknowledge this restoration according to their own rules.
Okay, that leads us right into this whole idea of redefining who's in and who's out. Traditionally, insiders had the status, the privilege.
But Jesus here and elsewhere, he kind of redraws that line, doesn't he? In the kingdom, it seems like the insiders aren't the ones with the official credentials.
Who are they then?
Well, often they're the ones on the margins, the humble, the ones who know they need God. Their dependence, their need actually makes them more open, maybe, more receptive than those who feel secure in their status.
So it flips it. Faith becomes more important than your family tree or social standing. Compassion replaces exclusion. Need replaces, well, privilege.
Yeah. This story becomes this living picture of God's welcome. It's radical hospitality.
And it's not just tolerating people, right? It's about actual transformation through love, through that touch.
Exactly. The cleansing is physical, sure, but it points to that deeper spiritual truth. The labels society puts on us, clean, unclean, worthy, unworthy, they just don't hold up under God's grace.
So the big takeaway for you listening is maybe this. When these outsiders become insiders in God's eyes, all those walls we build, pride, fear, prejudice, they just crumble. There's a place at the table for everyone society might push away.
And maybe the provocative thought to leave with is, well, if Jesus himself reached across that huge social and legal barrier with just a touch, what does that mean for us? How do we measure our own discipleship? Maybe it's in how we treat those we find outside our comfort zones. That act of reaching out, maybe that's the testimony we're called to offer now.